and I've just really enjoyed it. And I've had success in the 400 this last season, running 49.1. And yeah, so I'm like, maybe it's time to just try it.
Yeah.
And we have an off year. I think it's a really good opportunity for me to see what I'm capable of and just...
Gabby Thomas just dropped a bomb that nobody saw coming. The Olympic sprint queen is coming for Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone's throne, and this battle could change track and field forever. 3 gold medals at the Paris Olympics weren't enough for Gabby Thomas. Winning the 100 and 200 meter races didn't satisfy her hunger. Now she wants something bigger, something that belongs to the most dominant runner on the planet. Thomas is moving up to the 400 meters, the same event where Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone just destroyed a 19-year-old American record and became the second fastest woman in history. This isn't just a challenge. This is war, and the entire track world is watching. In a recent interview, Thomas explained her decision to take on the 400. She talked about her success last season, running 49.14 seconds. That time put her in the top 25 all time. Most athletes would be absolutely thrilled with that performance. But Thomas sees it differently. She sees an opening. She sees a real chance. Thomas said, "We have an off year," meaning no Olympics or World Championships in 2026. It's the perfect time to experiment, the perfect time to push her limits, the perfect time to challenge a champion. But this move comes with massive risk. Thomas is stepping into McLaughlin-Levrone's world, and that world is terrifying. At the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo, McLaughlin-Levrone didn't just win the 400 meters, she destroyed it. She ran 47.78 seconds in the rain. That's the second fastest time in history. McLaughlin-Levrone made history that night. She became the first woman to win world titles in both the 400-meter hurdles and the flat 400. Thomas ran 49.14 at Grand Slam track in Kingston. McLaughlin-Levrone ran 47.78 in Tokyo. That's 1.36 seconds. In sprinting, that's an eternity. That's the difference between first place and not even making the podium. But Thomas isn't worried about the gap. She's focused on the journey. The 400 is completely different from the 200. The 200 is about top-end speed and quick acceleration. The 400 requires a mix of speed and endurance. You need longer sprints. You need interval training. You need to learn pacing. It's not just physical, it's mental warfare. Thomas explained how different the mental game is. Sprinting is quick physical output and focus, but the 400 pushes you mentally in ways shorter races never do. You have to manage your energy. You have to fight through the pain when your legs start burning at 300 meters. You have to keep your form when everything in your body wants to quit. Thomas said she's enjoying pushing herself mentally and physically. She's finding fun in the challenge. That mindset might be exactly what she needs to compete with McLaughlin-Levrone. But here's the crazy part. These two have already raced each other in the 400, and it wasn't even close. At the 2023 USATF NYC Grand Prix at Icon Stadium, McLaughlin-Levrone won in 49.51 seconds. Thomas finished second in 50.29. That's a gap of 0.78 seconds. In 2023, that was a good showing for both of them. McLaughlin-Levrone was just exploring the flat 400 back then. But fast forward to 2025, and everything changed. McLaughlin-Levrone took that 49.51 and turned it into 47.78. She dropped nearly 2 full seconds. She evolved into an all-time great. Meanwhile, Thomas improved to 49.14, but her improvement couldn't match McLaughlin-Levrone's explosion. The competition goes beyond just the 400. They've also battled in Thomas's main event, the 200 meters. At the 2024 USATF Los Angeles Grand Prix, McLaughlin-Levrone beat Thomas in the 200. McLaughlin-Levrone finished first in 22.07 seconds. Thomas came sixth in 22.68. That had to sting for Thomas. So what happened to McLaughlin-Levrone in 2025 that made her so dominant? After years as the world record holder in the 400-meter hurdles, she left the hurdles behind to focus on the flat 400. She's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. She's broken world records 6 times in the hurdles. But she wanted a new challenge. She wanted to see what she could do without obstacles in her way. The gamble paid off better than anyone imagined. In Tokyo, she didn't just win. She made history multiple times in the same race. For the first time ever, 2 women broke 48 seconds in the same race. Olympic champion Marilady Paulino finished second in 47.98. That's the third fastest time in history. Salwa Eid Nasser took bronze in 48.19. McLaughlin-Levrone's presence elevated everyone around her. After the race, McLaughlin-Levrone said the switch was led by faith. An injury ruined her 2023 season, so 2025 was redemption. She now holds 5 World Championship gold medals and was named World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year. But 2026 could be different. World Athletics announced the World Indoor Tour. It starts with the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston on January 24th. Both are sponsored by New Balance. The women's 400 is a scoring event. Both are expected to show up for their first 2026 showdown. This could be the beginning of the greatest rivalry in women's track and field. Femke Bol might be there too, making it even more competitive. Thomas believes she can compete. She's not built like a traditional sprinter. She has a 400 hurdles build. She's tall and powerful. Thomas mentioned trying the 400 hurdles eventually, putting her in McLaughlin-Levrone's original event. Think about that. Thomas isn't just coming for one event. She wants to beat McLaughlin-Levrone everywhere. The 2026 season sets up perfectly. With no major championships, athletes can take risks. They can experiment. They can race more often. Thomas can learn the 400 without Olympic pressure. She can run multiple races and figure out her pacing. McLaughlin-Levrone can defend her territory. She can prove her dominance wasn't a fluke. Both can push each other to new heights. Thomas missed the 2025 World Championships due to injury. She couldn't defend her sprint queen status. She had to watch from home while McLaughlin-Levrone rewrite the record books. She had to see her rival become a legend without being able to compete. When two champions collide, when two athletes at the peak of their powers face off, that's when the sport reaches new heights. McLaughlin-Levrone has been largely unchallenged in her recent races. She's won by huge margins. She's made winning look easy. But easy victories don't push athletes to break barriers. Real competition does. Fierce rivalries create legendary performances. Thomas entering the 400 gives McLaughlin-Levrone something she hasn't had in years. A real threat. Someone who can push her. Someone who might actually beat her if she's not at her absolute best. This isn't just about winning races. It's about legacy. It's about proving who's truly the best. McLaughlin-Levrone is already one of the greatest track athletes ever, but if she can defend her 400 crown against elite sprinters like Thomas, she cements herself as untouchable. For Thomas, beating McLaughlin-Levrone in the 400 would be the biggest win of her career. It would prove she's more than just a sprinter. It would show she can adapt and conquer any distance. The stakes couldn't be higher for both of them. The 2026 season is about to become one of the most exciting years in track and field history. Gabby Thomas just declared war on Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, and we all get to watch what happens next.